Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tactics Ogre with your host as always, Mah-Dry-Bread. Between episodes, I did a little bit more leveling. The average level of the party is now 34. And going into this next mission, there are going to be a lot of gorgons, which they're able to turn you to stone with a single look, unless you have an anti-petrification amulet, or if you have a shield. So, I made sure to equip a lot of the team with shields or amulets. With Joan, I ran out of amulets, so I switched out his two-handed axe for a Needle of Light and a shield. Also, Snappish Hippo is now a Mushus, I believe it's pronounced. It is the lawful advanced dragon. They excel in moving through snow. So he has now been every single living dragon class, which means the only leftover class for him is Zombie Dragon, which he'll become in this stage. I am going to put the Necromancy spell on Elric here. And Elric, I actually forgot, I could give him an amulet, because I don't want him getting petrified. I've been leveling him too. There we go. So he's safe now. And this next stage is where we're going to be getting that unique party member, where he's the only party member of that class in the entire game, as well as some pretty good loot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right back to that cave where we fought the Abomination.
Find it out.
Remember, this is another optional battle. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. That is the Lesser Demon, Saya, I believe it's pronounced. Now, I would say this fight's easier than the last one, except for how I can't just banish the enemies. Now, I definitely want flyers on the team. I need Snappish Hippo here, because I need him to die. And I need Elric. I could also use Eleanor, because she's a healer, and she's also immune to stat problems. For the other people, we'll have Juan, because he's a flyer. What a Geek, because he's fast. We'll have Fury for the morale bonus. This looks like a solid team. Okay, now there's some really good loot here. You'll see that there are two Vertera, I believe they are. Vertra, that was it. Vertra dragons. One of them just has, one of them has a sword emblem, which is very common. The other one has one of the game's only 4 Snapdragon scrolls. I don't know if I've explained what a Snapdragon is before, so I'll explain it now while I do my first turn, just getting closer to the enemy. A Snapdragon scroll. They're unique scrolls that there are only 4 of in the entire game, and they're expendable, so once you've used it, it doesn't come back. What a Snapdragon Scroll is this item that when a wearer uses, or whoever uses it, they'll turn themselves permanently into an elemental sword. The sword will give a bonus of half the strength and intelligence of the user, and I believe a third of their agility. It doesn't give half of their agility just so it doesn't become game-breaking your dodge rate. The sword will also be named after that character. The character's alignment doesn't matter. However, their element will determine the element of the sword. And yes, Bane and Virtue are available as elements with it. Trying to think if there's anything else interesting to tell you about it. Oh yes, certain classes will give abilities to it as well. For instance, if it was a Swordsmaster that became the Snapdragon Blade, then that blade will, every time the user of the blade strikes an enemy, there's a very small % chance it'll instantly kill them. Interesting little effects like that. Like, I believe if it was an Angel Knight, then every undead on your team within 3 spaces... Nice block. Every undead on your team within 3 spaces gets a morale bonus of 1, which is the same as what Angel Knights do. So, a lot of interesting little abilities. Not every class gives an ability to their Snapdragon Sword, but some do. By the end of the game, I will be utilizing all 4 Snapdragon Scrolls. And one of them is dropped by one of these 2 dragons. I also want to kill all of the Gorgons. They're high priority targets because they can petrify teammates, and petrification is a very bad stat problem that doesn't just go away with time. Either than that, there isn't any particularly good loot on the enemies. However, there is a very rare buried treasure here, which I believe may be the only one of this item in the game, and it's right here in this top corner. Crossbows are rare in this game, but right here, you'll always find the Tathlum crossbow. I'm not a big fan of crossbows in this game, because they shoot in a straight line like a gun. And unfortunately, that means that they can't arc over things. You can't really shoot uphill with it. And you can't shoot over terrain with it either. But it is the strongest ranged weapon we've got in a while, so I may be giving it to Brandon until we've got a better sword for it. I think the highest priority targets for me right now will be the Gorgons, though. Now, the Gorgons, after, I believe, 3 turns of charging, will have enough of their energy to use, what's it called? Evil Eye. It makes a cone effect that reaches across the entire map, and anyone looking directly at her will become petrified if they don't have an anti-petrification amulet, or is just amulet, as it's called. Or if they have, a shield. If they have a shield, then they can block their eyes with it. But they have to be looking directly at it for the petrification to work. So it is difficult to get a whole team with it, but it's an incredibly powerful ability nonetheless. Other than that, the Hawkmen aren't really a big deal here. None of them really have that good of loot. My guide here is telling me that one Hawkman has Ring of Flotation, which is okay, but not amazing. Very limited uses on that. And the other one has Earth Leather, which is Earth Element Armor, which I believe has the same defensive stats as Chainmail, so it's decent for someone like maybe Elric or maybe a Warlock. Elric, his stats are a lot like a Warlock, in that he's kind of a spell sword, although he's able to use a wider variety of magic, and he has the Summon Golem spell. And he's able to use actual summon spells, which does make him better than your average Warlock, I would say. Other than that, one of the Gorgons has a flame bow, which is decent, but I don't believe it's any more powerful than what Brandon Aware Zero already has. It's just a different element. There's a Stun Swiftness on one Gorgon, which is about as common as it gets for random drops. And one has the Rapture Rose, which is that charming whip we've been using with Shally. It's a very useful weapon, but you don't really need more than one. Just because you're probably only going to have one person on the party who it would be a wise idea to give a whip. What I'm mostly interested in here is their leader, Saya. He specializes in axes, and he drops his Earth Dragon Axe, which is quite powerful. He's also able to use low and medium level Bane spells, so he is actually better at Bane magic than a Siren would be, who can only use a spell like Nightmare. He can use Enfeeble. Actually, I won't attack him yet since he's the leader. But he can use the Enfeeble spell, which is an infuriating spell. It drains health from the opponent, and gives it to himself. Also, he's immune to petrification, but I believe leaders are always immune to stat problems, so that doesn't matter a whole lot. I really want to take out these Gorgons, though. Also, I'm going to have to be very careful and remember that Snapjibbo does have to die in this match, so I can resurrect him as a zombie dragon. Ooh, better yet, if I move here. Actually, no, that won't work. Better idea. I'll move Super Effector first. Ooh, those dragons are lowering his mental gauge by quite a bit anyways. Let's just move over here. See, your positioning in battle really is half this game. Now, I doubt Snappish Hippo is going to die on his own just because we're outsmarting the opponents for the most part. So I'm thinking we're actually going to have to gang up on Snappish Hippo at the end and make sure he dies. That's one Gorgon down. I believe she was the Flame Bow one, but I could be wrong. How much damage will this deal? Oh no, that'll be enough for kill. Yeah, go for it. Elric is decently powerful in melee, as long as you give him a good melee weapon. Oh god, it looks like she can't climb that. I'm gonna have her just go over here. If she gets pinned, then I'll just have her heal herself every single turn, and that'll be a good distraction. Just teleport on over here, throw a Haymaker. I'm mostly just moving him there and throwing a punch so I can get him closer to the Gorgons. Gorgons, by the way, a lot of people call them Medusas. No, Medusa was just the name of the one Gorgon that everyone knows. Oh, Poison Breath, this is annoying. Ooh, wow. Hit hard. Didn't do anything to Super Effector, though. Luckily it didn't poison him. What's your breath? You got Fire Breath. This one's more annoying. I hate confusion. Neither of them are confused. Good. Oh, don't use your evil eye. Oh no, you're the Flame Bow one. Alright. That's not so bad. The Gorgons usually use bows or whips, but I'd say they more often use bows. I think that one has either a short bow or a great bow. Those are pretty old weapons. Yeah, I forgot one of these Hawkmen have a bow. I'm not gonna bother hunting him down just because he doesn't have very good loot. Oh, it looks like he's going up there. He can jump fairly high. I believe he's one of the only lesser demons in the entire game. And, all the ones you meet are non-recruitable, like you can't walk up to them with your leader and convince them to join or anything. Might as well... Actually, no, I don't want to deal any damage to him. Just in case. Alright, let's see if I can stun these two. Wow, I got them both. That's pretty rare. Might as well pick up this loot before anyone else gets to it. Ring of Flotation, and you still can't get up there? Okay, I'm just gonna have you walk over here then so you're in better range for healing people. Fury needs some heals. That'll get her pretty much at full health. Now these two can't dodge anymore, so I might as well just gang up on them. I find it funny how bows get a 100% chance to hit. How bows get a 100% chance to hit when, why am I blanking right now? Bows get a 100% chance to hit when the opponent is paralyzed. How does them... Like, I can see how them not moving would make you more accurate, but there's still a chance you would miss, right? Like, what if you just make a bad shot, or what if the wind catches it or something? It just seems kind of ridiculous to me. Might as well deal just a little bit more damage, mostly for the experience. Got that whip. I really want to get rid of these dragons fast. They just wreak havoc on the mental gauge. So this will be one down. Wonder if this will be the Snapdragon one. Okay, good. That's one down. We'll gang up on the other one. One of them already recovered. Great. I think they have enough energy for the evil eye. Looks like she's not doing it yet. She wants to heal. Fine with me, as long as she wastes her turns with stuff like that instead of evil eye. I feel so good for the opponents when they level up. Except for how I don't. Pain in the ass. He's just kind of slowly chipping away. You loot-stealing bitch, I swear to God, if that's the Snapdragon. I swear to God. That was the Snapdragon. And that's gone forever. Un momento. Welcome back, guys. We're back to turn 5. This time, same people and everything, same position, but I kicked a lot more ass this time. All the Gorgons are already dead, although I have hardly damaged either of the dragons. I believe I killed one Hawkman. Oh no, looks like they're both alive. So I killed all the Gorgons. And I split up the groups a little bit differently this time. Kind of want to just ignore the leader again, because I don't want him to die early. So we're hoping not to lose a Snapdragon this time, because there are only 4 in the game, and once an enemy's picked one up, you're never getting it back. So I think I'm going to try my absolute best to only kill a dragon on a turn when I can go pick up the loot. Just to be extra safe. So I think the best thing to do right now is just completely gang up on the one dragon in the middle. Throw a fireball at him. Just will it down in every way I can. I think these 3 can finish it, and then Eleanor can pick up the loot. Actually, Super Effector might be able to finish it right here. Almost. And Snappish will go behind where he is not going to miss, I hope. Good. Blood Rain, finally. Now he lowers the mental gauge of enemies near him. Can't believe he didn't have that one yet. Well, I guess he does never reach the battlefield. And of course that was a Sword Emblem one. The other one turns out to be the one with the Snapdragon. But I'm not gonna let anyone sloop? I don't think that's even a word. Gonna let anyone swoop in and steal it from me this time. Now, puzzlingly enough, although, Seiya, I think that's how you pronounce it. Although Seiya has, wings, as you can see on him, and he can jump very high, he can't actually fly, puzzlingly enough. But he can jump pretty high, so it's not so bad. Fire Breath, oh, this is gonna suck. Won't affect, Super Effector, though. Does he have an item that's making it not affect him? I don't remember putting one like that on him. And I don't think Angel Knights just natively have that ability. I don't think I put a Necklace of Resist on him, did I? Because then I wouldn't be able to use healing spells on him. Not that he ever needs healing. Oh god, don't attack me. I don't want you to get yourself killed on my counterattacks. I might actually have to get Eleanor to heal that guy. Is it the Saint's Shield? Oh, well there we go. I didn't know the Dragon Helm repels Dragon's Breath. I never knew that. You learn something new every day. Except for when you don't. I'm gonna have, Fairy get a little closer. I want her giving her mental gauge bonus to everyone she can. And I've gotta remember that, God, he's just not dealing as much damage with that weapon. You can stand right there. I think you can hit from there. Yeah, you'll be able to hit. Now, there's no way the Hawkman will try and swoop in the middle to get the loot, if I don't get the kill right here. It's not enough. Will the Fire Breath be enough? Oh god, it might, because the number's always a little bit random. Ah, that was almost enough. Like the confusion's gonna do anything. Oh god, I hope it doesn't, like, fly out into the open. Eleanor, just... You go over there and heal the enemy leader, because he's close to death. One counterattack will get him. I like how holy magic heals demons. You wouldn't think it would work that way. At least we get to get rid of one of these nuisances that waste the enemy's turns, make them longer. I don't really care if his loot gets stolen. You better not go somewhere where you're gonna get your loot stolen. Okay, well he's not even attacking. Good. That means he's not gonna die on a counterattack. What are you doing? You're not a melee fighter, are you? Oh no, you're gonna use a refreshing fruit or whatever it's called to heal Stammerl. If I were you, I would have just used a large healing item on him. But hey, it's your funeral, literally. That's right, attack from behind. Don't take the loot. Looks like we're almost done this one. That means we have to focus down Joe. I'll finish you with a good old crank to the head. Oops. Get Eleanor to grab that. Might as well check real quick, see if anyone needs a heal. Doesn't look like it. Okay, we've got the Snapdragon Scroll, which means we have all the loot that we really need. I think I'll get Fairy to attack first, because I want her right up there giving mental gauges. Now as well, where Eleanor's healing might come in handy. The counterattacks here might hurt. Good thing I took all those defensive items off of them. I think I used to have glass pumpkins on them. I have a lot of glass pumpkins, actually. Those have a very special use in this game. You can do it at any point, to unlocking the little secret that you can unlock with them. But I think I'll be doing that later. Alright, if I attack here, it might hit Eleanor. How much would that do? A lot. Wouldn't be the first time I used a spear on Eleanor, am I right? I forgot to give you the necromancy spell. On the next episode, we'll be making Snap a Chip into a zombie drink. You know what? I'll do it between episodes. All it is a little animation where he goes away and then he comes back as a zombie dragon. I'll do it between episodes. Sorry guys, I shit the bed on that one. Looks like we can take out the leader now then if we want. Might as well take out the Hawkman while he's here. Man, this is just an episode of disaster. Wow, that guy can fly pretty far. Probably doesn't have a whole lot of equipment on to weigh him down. I like how he'll walk right into the middle of the group to get one backstab, And somehow I ninja block it. Let's just... I don't think it's gonna be necessary, but I'm just gonna give him an apology heal. Yeah. Might as well get a hit on the enemy. Not that it's gonna do a whole lot. And let's summon. Gnome Summon. Which I find it funny how this is called Gnome, and my other spell is called Golem, when clearly it's got to have been a mistranslation. Because if you switch to the two, it makes more sense. This looks like a Golem, whereas the little doll I summon looks like a gnome. So, it's weird. Oh, that took him down fast. One experience. And we got his Earth Dragon Axe, which we can also get in quest mode as I believe a D or C rank drop. Now, if you say that you fight for peace, he'll walk away, but he'll give you a Ring of the Dead as a prize for beating him. However, if you say that you fight for yourself... Alright, we now have the only lesser demon that's recruitable in the entire game on our team. And he is the perfect candidate for... where is it? The Bloody Cleaver. He's the only guy in the entire game that you can get on your team who specializes in axes. Now, his stats aren't really phenomenal, but he can jump pretty high. He's got decent stat growth. He specializes in axes, which are a powerful kind of weapon. He can cast some decent leveled Bane magic, and he specializes at moving through snow, which the game from this point has a lot of. So he's a welcome addition to the team. That's it for this episode. On the next episode, I think we'll be doing some more quest mode, maybe. Until then, have a nice day.